Howdy. All right. I'm gonna give it some time here before I really get started. Give time for all my lurkers to come in. I know there's a few of you out here. I would like to say, if anybody comes in that just subbed to me today, I appreciate the subs. Very much appreciate it. I see I got 3 subs today. That's really cool. So about 165 more subs, and like, let's see, and a little less than 1,000 watch hours, and I'll be able to become a YouTube partner. I'll be able to finally get monetized on here, which means I'll be able to receive super chats, memberships, all that good stuff. So we're like 3/4 of the way there. So that's really cool. Okay, I see some lurkers have come in. Hey, what's up, are you? How you doing, man? We're going to talk a little bit about Homan here. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. How are you doing today? Or tonight? I just woke up like an hour ago, so. About 2 hours ago. Nice, and take your time, hell yeah. Trying to see here, everything seems to be running well. You work nights or something? Yeah, I work nights. I took off tonight, and I decided to get some rest, because I've been going hard in the gym and hard at work, and I'm so tired, man. So I slept tonight. I don't want to look like, death when Thanksgiving comes and my family's like, dude, are you alright? Where's my heat? I need my heater. Y'all might hear some background noise because I got my heater on. Pull it over here. So I'll probably be turning it off and on. Alright. I think that's enough time. I got like a few lurkers that never say anything, but I know they're lurking. And then 2 of the views are me. One of them is my alt account that I use to make sure everything's running. And then, of course, it automatically gives you a view in studio. So there's a few lurkers. Alright. So I'm going to get started on the first topic. Basically, the first topic is Homan. He's a badass. I think he is probably one of the best picks in the cabinet. For context, you probably already know, the Denver mayor was talking about breaking the law and not helping the federal government get rid of migrants in Colorado and Denver. And here is what Homan has to say.
This is here helping the administration in this effort, Lieutenant Chris.
Well, hold up. Where's the original video before we start that? Let's see. Alright, what's going on with the internet? Come on, X. Is something going on here? That's not what I wanted. I do want to watch that one though. Yep, this is the one. We agree on 2 things. I think that's, or we agree on something is what he said. Come on, give me the video, man. There we go.
Here with reaction. A man that President Trump appointed to fix the border, Tom Homan, along with someone who frankly has played a very big role in bringing attention to this.
It won't let me maximize it for some
disaster.
reason.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott, and they're going to be together all day tomorrow. Tom, you heard this mayor out there in Colorado. I want to get your reaction to it, and I want you to be clear about who has jurisdiction: the federal government or state and local governments. And if you're a sanctuary state or city, are you breaking the law?
You're absolutely breaking law. All you have to do is look at Arizona versus U.S. You'll see these breaking law. But look, me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail. Because there's a statute. It's Title 8 United States Code 1324 III. And what it says is, it's a felony if you knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from immigration authorities. It's also a felony to impede a federal law enforcement officer. So if we don't want to help, that's fine. He can get the hell out of the way. But we're going to go do the job. President Trump has a mandate for American people. We got to secure this country. We got to save American lives. And I find it shocking that any mayor of a city would say, President Trump's been clear, we want to concentrate on public safety threats and national security threats. I find it hard to believe that any mayor or governor would say they don't want public safety threats removed from their neighborhoods. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on in Denver, but we're going to go and we're going to fix it. If he don't want to fix it, if he don't want to protect his communities, President Trump and ICE will.
Hell
so
yeah.
You will be going into Colorado, Illinois, New York, California, and you are going to uphold the law of the land. That's your commitment. It doesn't matter what these elected politicians threaten or say that they're going to do.
We're going to enforce the law, period. And they're not going to stop us.
You know,
Hell
Governor
yes.
Abbott, I watched you with...
Dude, I like the tough talk, man. I like the tough talk. We need that. I'm tired of pushover conservatives that aren't talking tough, that are letting these people get away with shit. Almost makes me want to join ICE. Yeah, I know. My brother-in-law is an ICE agent, actually. He just got back from Africa, I believe, deporting somebody. So, I know a little bit about the community. He's a badass, by the way. He's a sniper. Really badass dude.
Great frustration. Do everything imaginable in your power. Come up with idea after idea after idea. Because you were bearing the brunt of this from the very beginning.
I think I have a Border Patrol hat.
You tried to put up barriers in the beginning, and then you tried to work the courts in the beginning. Then you started flying people out of your state to the sanctuary cities and states, and then all of a sudden, people like Mayor Eric Adams, to his credit, he finally got there, realized maybe this is not such a good idea, wide open borders, because we can't control what's going on here. How frustrating has that been for you?
Well, listen, it's very frustrating when we have a country and a president and an administration that are fighting back against the law, inviting all this illegal immigration into our country, bringing those people in who are committing those rapes, those murders, and crushing the families across the entire country. So I'm thankful that we finally have a president, President Trump, who's going to enforce the laws of the United States of America. I'm thankful that we have Tom Homan as the incoming border czar, who's going to help execute those laws and enforce those laws and make sure that we get back to restoring order. But also, I'm thankful, especially this time.
Like, look at his stone cold look right there, bro. Like, this dude is a savage.
The year, what Tom's going to help me out with tomorrow. I'm thankful for the National Guard troops who've been serving on our border for the past 4 years under the Biden administration, erecting the barriers, repelling and denying entry to people trying to enter the country illegally. Those are men and women who deserve the respect of the entire United States of America. And we're going to go feed them Thanksgiving dinner, Thanksgiving lunch, and show them the gratitude that they deserve.
Yeah. Let me ask you, I had Senator Rand Paul, Tom, on my radio program today, and he thinks it's a matter of police and ICE resources, not the military, that can be used in this effort. What is your answer to that? Constitutionally, he says there's a problem.
You can use the military.
Look, we got millions of people we need to find.
There's nothing constitutionally barring the military from helping secure our border. That's part of the duties of the presidency, the executive, who controls the DOD. Part of his duty is controlling the border. If he needs the military to do it, that's not hurting anybody. He's not saying the military is going to go round up Americans and send them out the country. Like, nobody is saying that.
We got a lot of criminal aliens. We got a lot of national security threats. We need to find these people.
And the military will mostly be used to secure the border. We got plenty of agents who can go and knock down doors. I have family members that literally do that. They go and they storm a building. They storm a place where they know a migrant's at, and they take them. It happens every day.
It is, I think, DOD, this is a national security vulnerability. I think it's the biggest national security vulnerability we've seen since 9/11 because of the over 2 million gotaways. We already arrested a record number of people off the terrorist watch list crossing the border. We know 2.2 million people paid more to get away. They didn't want to be vetted. They didn't want to be fingerprinted. That scared the hell out of everybody. So DOD's helped on the border on numerous ministries.
We have Chinese cartels and Mexican cartels that have taken over people's houses and taken over people's lands to grow weed.
We need their help on the Trump administration. They don't have to be out arresting people, but they can certainly help us with transportation. They can help us staff up groups. They can help us do some of the infrastructure building. They can help us some of the logistics. We need DOD's help, and President Trump's committed. DOD's helping us, and we're going to do that. So, again, President Trump's a tough president, and DOD's assistance is going to help us be more successful in the country. It's just sad that Rand Paul would say that. I think we all need to be on the same page. Again, we all should be on the same page. We're talking about the biggest national security vulnerability we've seen in this nation. We all should be on the same page. Republicans, Democrats, Independents, everybody.
Well, don't count on the Democrats because all they're doing is preparing to be resisting every effort you make, and why they're putting the so-called rights, which illegal immigrants obviously don't have, over the safety and security of Americans, the drugs, the cartels, the gangs.
Okay, I can only hear so much of Hannity. I don't like Hannity. But that's the first clip I wanted to show. I mean, he's just badass, dude. Like, look at this stone cold look, bro. Look at this guy. Look at this shit. He's like, nah, we're coming, bro. We're coming for you. Like, that's the kind of guy you need running this particular part of policy. This is the guy you need. Oh, here's the clip I wanted to show.
Next guest is here helping the administration in this effort. Lieutenant Chris Oliveras is with the Texas Department of Public Safety. Thank you for your service and your time. First of all, talk about that. The kids, 7 and 10-year-old, sent by their parents to go across the U.S. border alone with those cartels, the coyotes that are trafficking them. I mean, just talk. What's your comment on that? I'm speechless.
This kind of makes me want to join Border Patrol or ICE. I'm with you, are you? This is it's pumping me up, dude. I got my Border Patrol hats here. I kind of want to put one on.
It really is, disturbing, Lawrence, to see that. Yesterday alone, actually on Sunday, we had a 2-year-old from El Salvador that came across by herself, and that was a very powerful video in itself. But we continue to see these unaccompanied children coming across the border by themselves, and we know that obviously the cartels are behind that. They are, exploiting these children, and these children are also put in danger when they're coming across the border. And that's why I always say that nothing has ever been put in place to protect the safety and security of these children when they're coming across. Over 500,000 children in the last 4 years have come across that southern border.
Jeez.
And yet to date, no one at all has put anything in place to try to protect these children. But yet, the state of Texas, when we placed, water barriers, we placed infrastructure along the river, we were getting criticized.
And you remember during Trump's first administration, all they wanted to talk about was the kids in cages. But now we have kids that are being trafficked over the border and that are going missing, and they don't say anything about it.
It was inhumane that we were injuring people that were coming across the border, but yet we're saving lives. We're trying to deny illegal immigration, but also protect these children so that they don't have to cross a dangerous river and also exploit themselves in a criminal network that's right. Being exploited by the cartels.
Yeah, and the exploitation, the possibility is just, that's just sickening. Well, let me talk about the mood there on the ground. This is a complete reversal of tone, right, from what we saw even a month ago before the election to what you're feeling now there on the border among your agents and among the people who are there.
Well, the mood is completely different now. Now they with Tom Homan as the border czar, Governor Abbott, you see right there in that video in Eagle Pass, Texas.
300K missing. It's ridiculous, bro.
The state of Texas
it's ridiculous.
Has an ally with the federal government as opposed to having an adversary, and we're waiting Governor Abbott
There's no
as well
excuse.
as Tom Homan to make their way to the Rio Grande Valley, where they're going to be serving lunch. Thanksgiving lunch to our state troopers, our National Guard soldiers that have been deployed on the border for the last 4 years, and really appreciate and show their gratitude for.
Like, imagine if 300,000 American kids went missing. Like, we would be freaking out. But these kids coming over the border go missing and everybody's quiet. Especially the Democrats, when, like I said, they were talking about kids in cages for years.
For their hard work.
Which was an Obama-era
men and
policy,
women
by the way.
On the line every single day, risking their lives, encountering unaccompanied children, dealing with dangerous criminals, seizing drugs from our borders. And this really shows the appreciation that we have from both Governor Abbott and from Tom Homan that's going to be in charge of the border. So it really shows what we can expect in the future by having this collaboration.
And Lieutenant Olivares, that's what we're seeing live pictures of that waiting for them on the other side of the screen there. So through these meetings, how fast do you think the Trump administration will start deportations and closing down the border? Are we talking days, weeks, months to ramp up?
Days.
Well, according to their messaging, they're saying day one. And right now, Governor Abbott and Tom Homan have been having those conversations, coming up with plans. They're not waiting till January 20th. So I do expect to see a sudden change on day one, and we can expect to see a change on day one, a significant change.
And ICE agents are pumped up
in illegal border crossings on our border. But now the fact that we have federal help, we have an ally now with the federal government to help support what we're doing in Texas. I mean, it's great for the state of Texas. It's great for the country.
So I talked to our Griff Jenkins here, and he was saying that you guys have closed down pretty much Eagle Pass, Texas. But are you seeing them a surge in other ports of entry, trying to get there in front of the January 20th inauguration?
What we're seeing now, Lawrence, is more of those unaccompanied children, as you just saw on the video there with Bill Malusian. As I mentioned on Sunday, we had 60 unaccompanied children come across.
Look at all these kids, bro. Look at these kids.
50. So we're starting to see more of these smaller groups, anywhere from 200 to 300, that are coming across the border in different areas, but also more unaccompanied children and also special interest aliens from, adversarial countries from the Middle East or West Africa. So we're starting to see that. We may not be seeing thousands coming across, but the fact of the matter is we still have people coming across our border in different areas and more unaccompanied children as well.
In the last 30 seconds that we have, President-elect Trump has threatened now 25% tariff on Mexico unless the illegal crossings and the fentanyl stops. The Mexican president says now no more cartels. Is that all it takes?
The Mexican president is a shield for the cartels. I don't really care what she says.
Well, we have to have some type of leverage. And I think right now with this new administration, they have the leverage right now. They have to do whatever it takes, to protect our country, protect, the states, protect the American people. This has gone on for too long already. So I think what they're doing, we can expect, good change for our country and a safe and secure border.
Lieutenant Chris Olivares, thank you for your time. Thank you for your service down there on the border. Appreciate it.
It's the second video. Now, this is what he said.
Let me be clear. There is going to be a mass deportation because we just finished a mass illegal immigration crisis on the border. Let me be.
He's not mincing words. He's coming in just badass. I love it. I love it. Now here is what he was talking about, the mayor again.
Tom, here's how the mayor of Tucson responded to Trump's border plans. Watch.
I am deeply troubled by President-elect Trump's plans for mass deportation. I believe they are cruel and immoral. I will work with our police chief to make sure that our focus remains on protecting and serving Tucsonans. I am unwavering in my commitment to this fight.
Oh, you're going to jail.
We asked her office if she'd clarify that, but she hasn't responded. So if she doesn't follow mass deportation orders, what will y'all do?
Dude, he's even wearing the Border Patrol, get up, bro. This dude is on it.
Well, first of all, what's cruel about it? We have a massive illegal immigration flow on the border, historic flows that overwhelm the Border Patrol. Sex trafficking up 600%. 250,000 dead Americans from fentanyl. We got a record number of known suspected terrorists and people on the terrorist watch list crossing the border. We got children dying on the border every day. We got women being sexually assaulted by the cartels every day. Someone's going to die on the border tonight. Women are being raped on the border tonight. So what's cruel about securing that border and saving lives, first of all? But I'll give her the same warning I'm giving the rest of the sanctuary city mayors and the governors. You can not help us. That's fine. You should get the hell out of the way then, because we're going to do the job. President Trump has said public safety threats and national security threats will be the priority right out of the gate. And I can't believe there's any elected official that doesn't want public safety threats out of their communities. Their number one responsibility is protect.
Because they don't care. They don't care about people. All they care about is power. And the way that they got that power for some reason is by appealing to these psychopaths that want an open border.
In the communities. So if they're not going to do it, we'll do it for them. But you can stay. You can not help, but don't impede us, and do not knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from ICE, because that is a felony. And we got one hell of an attorney general coming in, Pam Bondi. I think she'll read that statute the same way I do it. I'm not a lawyer, but I can read, and we're going to have consequences for people who violate the law and try to prevent us from doing our job.
The dude is just badass, bro. You can't tell me that this dude ain't badass and the right guy for the job. This is the guy. If you ever needed to take care of a border crisis, this is the guy. Like, this is probably the best pick of the administration. Now, I like a bunch of other picks for other issues, but this guy is just badass, bro. I can't think of anybody else. Now, I'm not really on board with the Kristi Noem for the job she got, but if she comes in and is just as badass as he is on this issue, then I'll take it. People liking something. Okay. Now, we did about 26 minutes on that topic. The next topic. The topic everybody is loving right now. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. Ex-users left stunned by terrible video of Harris speaking to supporters who thought was a good idea. Who thought this was a good idea? I would kind of rather find the video on X. This is a doozy, boys. This is a doozy. Is there a longer video? Yeah. Okay. I hate to make y'all sit through the whole video, but you gotta see this. I mean, this woman is tossed. She is lost on the sauce, bro. She's obviously been on a bender since the election. I mean, her brain is fried. You gotta watch this.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Back at you.
Dude, just right off the jump. Look at this woman.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Back at you, brother. You are such an extraordinary
dude,
leader,
she is tossed.
We have become lifelong friends. I just, in front of everyone, I want to thank you, Tim. You lead with courage. You lead with heart. You see the people. You care about the people. You believe in uplifting the dignity to which all people are entitled, and you do it with and you have.
Dude, look at her face, bro. No makeup can hide that. The cherry cheeks.
Have a sense of fun when you're doing it. But you are an extraordinary leader, and obviously the people of Minnesota are very, very lucky to have you there. But you are a national leader and a dear friend, and thank you. Noelle, thank you for your work in Pennsylvania.
Dude, she is
and all that
loaded.
you did for our campaign. And let me just say to everyone on this call, I am so grateful for you, and I'm so thankful to you. I'm thankful for your love of our country and your willingness to put the work into it. I'm thankful for the faith that you put in me and Governor Walz and our team. And I am thankful because I know.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how loaded is she? And also, what all do you think she's on? Do you think she's on benzos too, or is it just alcohol? She's got to be on benzos too.
Your character is such that
nobody's that happy on just alcohol.
Gonna get knocked down, and you're in this fight, and you're in it for all the right reasons.
You know you lost the election,
and I
right?
know that about you. It's why you're part of this call right now, and all the work that you did over those 107 days, and even before. That's your nature. And the outcome of this election, obviously, is not what we wanted. It is not what we worked so hard for. But I am proud of the race we ran.
Are you?
And your role in this.
The amount of intoxication you have tells me you're not very proud.
This was critical. What we did in 107 days was unprecedented. Think about the coalition that we built, and we were so intentional about that. You would hear me talk about it all the time, being a daughter of parents who were active in the civil rights movement. I know and believe that the best movements that are about progress in our country mean that it's leaders that we are dedicated to the coalition, to bringing people together that seemingly have nothing in common, but have everything in common. A coalition where we bring people together based on a deep love of our country and our
Is this word salad?
That the strength of our country will be a function of our willingness to put in the work.
Dude, she's so messed up.
And that we will do that work with a sense of joy, yes, with a sense of work ethic and understanding it's going to be hard.
Dude,
but
who allowed this to happen? Like, really, who allowed this to happen? This woman is loaded.
Good work. It's good work to be engaged in a collective fight for America's future. And it means so much to me and to Governor Walz that you knocked on doors, you called friends, you
Are
called
you?
in
How tossed
favors.
is she?
You said, hey, I showed up at your softball game. Now I need you to show up at the campaign office. you put in the time. It was personal for you. And you gave all that you could to support our campaign. Because of your efforts, get this, we raised an historic $1.4 billion.
More than me right now.
$1.5 billion from grassroots supporters alone.
I quit drinking, but this makes me want to drink. It's how happy she looks.
Donors contributed an average donation of about $56 to fuel our people-powered campaign. And
I mean, she looks incredibly happy for someone who just lost an election, dude. She is gone.
Understand that the work that we did included the work that so many of you here did, which is
this is making me want to drink, dude.
Voters. Many of you are first-time voters.
This is bad.
And to talk about how being
I quit drinking in the Navy,
can
but
make a difference, and that remains true. And that's one of the pieces that I just want us to please take away, that our fight for freedom and for
I hate that I'm making y'all watch
the
this.
promise of America, it included,
but it's
for
funny.
example, almost 4 million first-time contributors to our campaign because of the work you did of helping people know that they can be engaged and that they're not outside, that they're inside. That
her hand movements are hilarious.
And that work continues. The work must continues of reminding ourselves.
I barely drink anymore too. That's good, dude. There's really not much benefit to it.
Stay engaged in a way that will make a difference. The work
I get it every now and again, though.
It's going to have.
I would if I
lasting
could.
effect.
I just don't. It's not good for me.
Again, I'll say, the election didn't turn out like we wanted it to. Certainly not as we planned for it to. But understand that the work we put into it was about empowering people. That's the spirit with the work we did. Our spirit and our work was about saying that it is a strength that we each have to
birthdays
lift
and shit
people
when
up,
Trump won.
as opposed to beating people
I
down.
wanted to celebrate
It
when
is
Trump won
a
too.
strength we have that has lasting effect. So all that work that you did that was about engaging
Probably would
with
drink
other
at the
people,
inauguration. Hell yeah,
engaging
dude.
with perfect strangers
I would.
and in their face seeing a neighbor. That has lasting effect. It reminds people that there are leaders like you.
What
who
kind of hand
care
gesture is this?
and will bring us together. And sometimes in the darkest moments, people lose faith in that.
Like right now?
Are there people out there that feel that way? And you reminded people that yes, there are. And there are a lot of us.
She can barely keep her eyes open.
And that strength cannot be taken from us. That is our strength. It cannot be taken from us.
This is bad, dude.
So listen, as I said the day after the election, I still strongly believe the light of America's promise will burn bright as long as we never give up and we keep fighting. And the fight that fueled our campaign, a fight for freedom and opportunity, that did not end.
Okay, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. That's 6 minutes. That's enough. That's enough. Dude, she is tossed. My God. Benny Johnson, this is hard to watch. Yikes. I don't understand who allowed this to go through. She's got to have people sabotaging her. Because she's talking about running again in 2028. They're probably like, nah, bro. We can't have that. Like, look at this face. All right, where's the memes at? Oh, we gotta listen to this.
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. I just have to remind you. Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you.
Kamala! Girl, where you been? At the bar? Oh my goodness, are you okay?
I think she's okay. I think she's so loaded she don't even care anymore. She's just like, fuck it.
Girl, you looking rough. You looking rough. Oh, did Trump do this to you? You must have been dealing with this.
Trump broker, dude.
Must have been this as. I get it. I get it. Trump mopped the floor with you.
All right, what else we got? Kamala Harris is not unburdened. She could potentially be facing legal issues with FEC. Aside from her $20 million debt, reports revealed that internal polling from the Harris campaign never showed her in the lead or even with a viable chance of winning. Despite this, the campaign hid this from top donors, defrauded and misled them falsely by claiming she was ahead, and continues soliciting contributions under false pretenses to the tune of over $1 billion. Wow. That's probably why she's loaded.
You called in favors. You said, hey, you know, I
Look at the
showed
map.
up at your soft.
Oh, he slowed it down?
Never let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did.
Dude, this is hilarious.
You have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you. Don't you ever let anybody take your power from
weak.
you. You have the same power.
I'm weak. That's a good one. I gotta bookmark that one. Send that one to my dad. Alright, what else we got? I need some memes. Is that Caitlyn Jenner? She literally just seemingly addressed the nation seemingly drunk. Of course, I'll destroy her if I run. I am taking meetings and this will not be a decision I can make lightly, but very seriously, a GOP victory is possible. Convo is, should it be me? Caitlyn Jenner wants to run against Kamala Harris. She'll be the first woman president. A man. This is a good one. This is a good one. Jesus, dude. What world are we living in? Is that Carville? I hate that guy. That would be the funniest thing ever. Dude, imagine if Caitlyn Jenner became the president. My God. Liberals wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't know what to do. It's this conservative transgender. They'd be like, well, that's not tech. They would finally admit it's not actually a woman. Alright, come on, I need some memes. Man, that would be hilarious. Please do it. We're just doom scrolling here. I thought I would see some memes, but I'm not seeing any. Alright, let's go look at my timeline. I bet you I got something there. Let's see. Nothing? Oh, what was Adreessen?
That would be very exciting up there, telling everybody how they've got to like do all the lockdowns and the masks and like all that stuff. And like
Bill Gates should get jacked.
That would be very helpful.
He's got a lot of money.
It would be extremely helpful.
Get a trainer
when he writes the book and goes on the press tour to talk about public health.
Stop eating fake. Get a trainer.
That would be great.
Yeah,
it'd be great. By the way, it'd be great for him and his family and society. It would be very reassuring.
Bill Gates had a.
Yeah, but he's on the Epstein list, so. Come on, I don't have any Kamala memes. Michael Malice, she's drunk as fuck. Gotta love it, dude. Trump broke Kamala. I could have sworn I would have memes all over my timeline. There's one. This Trump effect. This is great, dude. God, dude, look. Seeing this picture is bad. My God. Trump destroyed this woman. Have you seen the pictures of Rosie O'Donnell? He broke her too. Okay, we gotta listen to this.
She talks like Rosie O'Donnell's disgusting. I mean, both inside and out. You take a look at her; she's a slob. She talks like a truck driver. Rosie attacked me personally because I was very happy when her talk show failed. The other thing that failed, and this was a real monster, and everybody was suing her, was her magazine. Her magazine called Rosie was a total disaster. So I loved it. I gloat over it. I think it's wonderful because I like to see bad people fail. Rosie failed. I'm happy about it. She's basically a disaster. Well, she called me a snake oil salesman. And, you know, coming from Rosie, that's pretty low because when you look at her and when you see the mind is weak. I don't see it. I don't get it. I never understood. How does she even get on television? I believe Barbara made a terrible mistake putting her on, and I think Barbara's probably paying a big price. If I were running The View, I'd fire Rosie. I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired. We're all a little chubby, but Rosie's just worse than most of us. But it's not the chubbiness. Rosie is a very unattractive person, both inside and out. Rosie's
I'm playing this for
that's
context.
Very lucky to have her girlfriend. And she better be careful or I'll send one of my friends over to pick up her girlfriend. Why would she stay with Rosie if she had another choice? She's trying to use ABC and The View to get even with me. But with me, we fight back. I'll probably sue Rosie because she doesn't tell the facts. As an example, I'm worth many billions of dollars. Now, she said I was bankrupt. I never went bankrupt. So probably I'll sue her because it would be fun. I'd like to take some money out of her fat-ass pockets. I actually think they ought to look at her whole life and see where she's coming from.
Dude, Donald was a
I think
savage,
she's got some
bro.
Very deep-seated problems. Perhaps it should be Rosie that goes to rehab. Rosie is a loser.
All right, I played that because of this. This is Rosie now.
Sent Julie Andrews. She has the scar right there on the back. Oh my God, this is the best moment of the last freaking 14 days or whatever number we're on. Please, everyone, believe. You know what? Julie Andrews lives.
This is what happened when Trump eviscerates you. So now we can go back. Did I bookmark the picture? Maybe it's on my, I don't want to see that guy. So now look at what he did to Kamala. This is what happens when Trump gets his hands on you, bro. This is what happens. Don't mess with the goat. Mitch McConnell has vowed to stop Trump from getting his cabinet nominees confirmed. Yup. He's talking about making a separate institution from the presidency. It always has been, dipshit. What, did Trump get her too? I never understood what made this woman attractive to people. They asked if short hair is attractive on women. I'm gonna say no. I mean, some women can pull it off. I'm not gonna lie, there are some women that can pull off the short hair, but it's very rare. I was hoping for more Kamala memes. Here, maybe I can
You have this. Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you.
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. Ever.
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before.
All right, I gotta restart it.
Ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose.
This is
that
gold.
You did.
What was that, Nerderotic? Oh, Gary. Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. Oh, what does Tim Walsh got to say?
I can't express my deep gratitude to you. Personally, of being on this ticket was the privilege of a lifetime to be with Vice President Harris. But as an American, to see you out there and to see the work that you did, to know that you put your heart, your soul, your time, your talent, your treasure into something bigger than yourselves. The promise of this country.
Man, I got copyrighted on my last stream.
Where no one needs to go hungry or be unsheltered, and where differences of opinion can be celebrated and differences of ideas.
Oh, you mean the same opinions that you were trying to silence?
And you put that out there and you worked hard for it. And for that, I am forever grateful. I also recognize the emotions you're going through. And I share.
He recognizes that you're fucking tossed.
Those with you. As the vice president often says, we weren't running against something, we were running for something. And to watch the joy, the vision, the compassion, the decency that the vice president brought to this, and that each and every one of you reflected every place we went.
There's so much joy in the Kamala house right now.
I know it's incredibly disappointing now, and look, candidly, it's a bit scary because there's a very different vision that's being put out there.
It's a bit
now
scary.
More than ever,
Trump's in, guys. It's scary.
We need the light to shine through. We need to be able to be that hope for the neighbor who's really wondering. We need to be that anchor for the folks who are wondering what's next. And each of you did the work. You took time out of your busy lives, and you continued to do it. And it makes a difference. On the campaign trail, I would ask, there will be a day of reckoning when it will be asked, what did you do during the 2024 campaign?
Got tossed.
Well, I know the people on this call can say everything they possibly could. And for that, as an American, I'm incredibly grateful.
All right, I can't listen to that goofball. Trump nominates Dr. Jay Bhattacharya to head National Institute of Health. That's actually a good pick. All right. Come on, give me some memes. Hey, you see this predator that got busted in Europe? Come on, give me some Kamala memes, damn it. All right, we're going to type in Kamala Harris memes, or Kamala memes.
You might not know it to look at me, but I can run really, really fast. How'd it go with that girl?
Great, I'm going out with her tomorrow night.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Tim.
What's up?
I'm gonna get copyrighted for this. I'm gonna go ahead and stop. I just thought about that. No.
Oh, hold on. Oh, damn, that's some good shit. Hold on.
Let anybody take your power from you.
Alright, I can't listen to that either. Damn it. Stop with the music.
Ever let anybody take your power from you? You have the same power, and you have the same purpose that you did.
The sad music. Kamala Harris tree. Oh, this is good. Alright, let's see latest. Trumped. We saw that one. I heard a zipper.
We raised an historic 1.4.
I thought I would have better memes, but
An historic one.
and nobody sent me memes today. I can't believe that. Usually I wake up and I have like a whole phone full of new memes. I didn't get anything today. And yes, we're doom scrolling Kamala Harris memes. This is a good one. I mean, I'm pretty much finished with the second topic, but I don't really want to get off yet. I mean, I guess we could try to find something else to talk about. Let's see. What should we talk about? I kind of blew through those topics way too quickly. Oh, we can talk about Walmart and Robbie Starbuck. Sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna pull this up. I gotta go use the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Give me 1 second. All right. So, we'll bookmark this and talk about that in a second. This is a big one. So Robbie Starbuck basically is sitting down with like CEOs of all these woke DEI companies, and he's like turning it around. He's convincing them to abandon it. And it's pretty badass.
Y'all, I don't even know how to start this video because honestly, this is different than everything else we've done because this is the single largest employer in the United States. We are talking about a company that is worth almost $1 trillion on its own. As many of you know, I have been investigating a massive company now for a while, and I have kept my lips sealed on who it was. Now I can reveal it was Walmart, but something incredible happened in the course of my investigation. Walmart became aware of our investigation and reached out to me. This was critical and honestly turned out pretty fantastic for everybody involved, in my opinion. We were able to have frank conversations with Walmart. And as I've said for a long time, I don't ask companies to take on my political views. I am simply advocating for corporate neutrality. I believe that that is the future because I understand there are people in this country who do not agree with my politics. So it would not be fair of me to force my politics on them the same way that I am not okay with left-wing policies being forced on me and people like me via things like DEI. After various conversations, I am very proud to report to you guys that Walmart has decided on making some changes. I'm going to lay out what those changes are for you and explain how massive this is for our movement. We are unstoppable at this point with a 100% flip rate where we change corporate America and get them back to a culture of sanity and neutrality. Bullet point number 1, Walmart will be removing all inappropriate sexual and or transgender products that are marketed toward kids, things like chest binders for teenagers or books that encourage transitioning. That is all going to be gone. Bullet point number 2, Walmart is going to review and stop funding to all events that could be sexually inappropriate for kids. That includes drag queen story time or pride events that expose kids to sexually inappropriate topics. That's all going to stop going forward. Third bullet point, Walmart will be closing their racial equity center. This is a center they had committed $100 million to, and it was a 5-year project. They will be closing that center going forward. Fourth bullet point, Walmart will no longer participate in the HRC's Corporate Equality Index social credit system. This scoring system is what has brought wokeness into so many segments of corporate America, and we are happy to see them no longer participating. There is not a corporation in America that should be participating with the HRC's CEI scoring system going forward. The HRC got explicitly political in the 2024 election, working with everything they have to defeat Donald Trump and calling him every name in the book. It is time for companies to recognize that they need to move away from this system that is explicitly political and embrace corporate neutrality so that everybody is welcome in their stores. Fifth bullet point, Walmart is going to be reviewing their supplier diversity programs to ensure that nobody's receiving preferential treatment on the basis of race, and they will also ensure that financing eligibility will no longer be predicated on providing certain demographic information. Sixth bullet point, and this is a favorite for me, being Latino myself, Walmart will no longer be using the term Latinx in any of their official communications. That is going to be wiped away. I was very disappointed to see it was there, but again, this is across corporate America. So this is a company, Walmart, who is doing the right thing here, and I want to give them credit for that. Getting rid of this, big. We don't want to hear Latinx ever again. Bullet point number 7, Walmart will be discontinuing their racial equity training through the Racial Equity Institute. Again, getting rid of woke trainings. And last but not least, drumroll please for the big one, DEI. They will be discontinuing use of DEI both publicly and privately at Walmart. This is a massive win for our movement. The momentum just keeps growing. This is the largest employer in the United States, worth almost $1 trillion. Other companies are taking notice. Suppliers of Walmart are taking notice now. With Christmas right around the corner, I'm happy I could deliver you guys one retailer that will drop the woke policies. You've still got Amazon and Target acting crazy out there with wokeness. So I'm glad I could give you guys one at least. And yes, we do have our eyes on Amazon and Target. America just voted, and we voted against wokeness. We voted for sanity. We voted for corporate neutrality. We don't want companies funding divisive things, and Walmart is setting a great example here for other companies to turn around. It's not too late. Turn around. People are very forgiving, and we can get back to sanity together and rebuild and make this country the greatest it can possibly be. As this New York Times headline clearly illustrates, the paradigm has changed. Companies need to listen to our movement. We are powerful and growing every single day. We will not stop until we have eliminated wokeness in corporate America. If you love our work to remove wokeness from corporate America, follow me, share these videos, subscribe to my X page. It's $5 a month. It supports our research.
Yes, go subscribe if you haven't already to Robbie Starbuck. I'm not subscribed because I can't afford it, but well, I'm subscribed, sub to everything else. I'm just not. I think you have to pay to subscribe to him on X, and I can't do that. But go follow Robbie Starbuck. So here is what happened 24 hours after Walmart announced they were abandoning all these policies. 24 hours after Walmart worked with me to end their woke policies, their stock is up 2.1%, and their competitor Target is down 3%. Our movement is a force in the market. Go woke, go broke actually has meaning now. I mean, this is badass, dude. What he's doing is, like, actually really cool. I'll keep saying it. People simply don't realize the power Robbie is wielding here. Companies spend many millions advertising just to keep their value from collapsing. Robbie can change that value up or down with a single post on X. This is why the establishment is terrified. It's crazy even to me. I mean, it really is insane the power he's wielding. So, if you didn't hear that, here are the changes Walmart committed to. Surveys. Walmart will no longer participate in the HRC's Woke Corporate Equality Index. Products. Monitor the Walmart marketplace to identify and remove inappropriate sexual and or transgender products marketed to children. Funding of grants. Review all funding of Pride and other events to avoid funding inappropriate sexualized content targeting kids. Equity. We will not extend the Racial Equity Center, which was established in 2020 as a special 5-year initiative. Supplier diversity. We will evaluate supplier diversity programs and ensure they do not provide preferential treatment and benefits to the suppliers based on diversity. We don't have quotas and won't be going forward. Financing eligibility. I can't speak. Financing eligibility will no longer be predicated on providing certain demographic data. Latinx. Walmart will no longer use the term in official communications. Trainings. Walmart will discontinue racial equity training through the Racial Equity Institute. DEI. Walmart will discontinue the use of DEI as a term while ensuring a respectful and supportive environment. Our focus is on belonging for all associates and customers. So that is what Robbie Starbuck accomplished here. And he said, remember, Walmart is the #1 employer in America with over 1.6 million employees, and they have a market cap of nearly $800 billion. This won't just have a massive effect on their employees, who will have a neutral workplace without feeling that divisive issues are being injected, but it will also extend to their many suppliers. He should have put a comma there. But, great news, and of course Elon Musk replied, and this is a meme he shared. I need a new Grim Reaper meme of all the companies we ran out of doors. So he's going to all these companies and basically convincing them to end the DEI woke shit. Which, this means we're winning. Like, we're winning the culture back. And now when we get Pete Hegseth into the Department of Defense, and he can become Secretary of Defense, he can attack it in the military, which would be great. It's a beautiful sight. Not only that, but all of the crazy items like chest binders for teens and books encouraging transitioning kids will be gone within the next few weeks. Oh. Same with a few other mentions of DEI. Be patient, but they will be removed. Walmart is a massive company. It'll take a minute, but it'll all be gone. Good news, if you're trying to look for Walmart DEI details, it's gone. They deleted the DEI page on their website. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. So Robbie's actually putting in the hard work here. This makes me want to follow Walmart now. I'm going to follow him. So, I thought that would be a good topic to share. And lastly, I'll share one more topic, I guess. Let's see. All right, we will probably share this topic. Give me 1 second. I can't have my personal info. I got this saved on my email. All right, this is from the Jerusalem Post. So I'm not in the habit of using them as a source, but considering this is about Israel. Cabinet announces ceasefire in Lebanon by a vote of 10-1. The deal passed through the War and General Cabinet before being fully approved. A ceasefire in Lebanon was announced by the Israeli cabinet at 10:30 p.m. on Tuesday by a vote to 10-1, according to a statement of the Prime Minister's office. Biden announced that the deal would take effect at 4 a.m. Wednesday morning. I don't really care about Biden. The ceasefire deal for Lebanon will provide the conditions needed for a return to a calm in the country, and France and the United States will both work to ensure the ceasefire is fully implemented. This comes days after several of the strained last-minute negotiation in which Israel pushed for removal of France as guarantor of security situation in Lebanon, citing current diplomatic tensions between France and Israel. Yeah, France has gone fully crazy against Israel, which I'm not going to get into my stance on Israel, but this is good news if we can bring peace to the Lebanon situation. Now, here's the deal. Israel now has control of southern Lebanon, and they're going to police that area. They said they weren't creating a buffer zone, but everybody knows they're full of shit. They're definitely creating a buffer zone. So it does look like Israel's going to get control of southern Lebanon and basically police that area to keep Hezbollah out. So what's on the table? An Israeli official told that the ceasefire was not the end of the war and that Israel maintained its right to respond to any threat. The source also said that severing of the connection between Gaza and Lebanese fronts would leave Hamas isolated. Sources told Saudi Channel that there would be no buffer zone in South Lebanon according to the agreement, but we all know that's a lie. We all know that Israel is creating a buffer zone in southern Lebanon. It's very obvious. But I'm not going to get into who is right and who's wrong. I just wanted to share that news that there is supposedly a ceasefire coming, which is a good thing for now. Other than that, the topic I didn't put in the title that I want to talk about, but YouTube is like nuking anybody talking about it, is the Ukraine and NATO situation. And I think we all know how that is going right now. So, we'll actually share Sean Ryan's take, because what he said is exactly how I felt. Oh, they deleted the post. How is that? So basically the post was NATO was discussing preemptive strikes. Now they tried to say the context was he wasn't discussing preemptive strikes. He said we don't do preemptive strikes because we're a defensive alliance. But they were literally discussing preemptive strikes. They shouldn't even be talking that way. And then Sean Ryan tweeted, I've been sitting here for almost an hour thinking about what to say. I am speechless. I was speechless too. The fact that that was even discussed, regardless of the context, they shouldn't even be talking this way. I mean, they're escalating the war. But I'm kind of running out of topics here. But what we will do, like I do at the end of every show, we will continue to doom scroll. And we'll do the most recent. So what I've been liking to do at the end of my streams is just doom scroll for a while and laugh at shit. The big guy needs another $24 billion for his wallet. Not a good look for the lame duck Biden, yeah. We all know this is a money laundering scheme. But if anybody's in here, what are your plans for Thanksgiving? I'll be going to Thanksgiving dinner with my family. Oh yeah, this was CNN's hit piece on Scott Pressler, and he did an amazing job talking to CNN.
Tonight, quote, the Amish delivered. Those are the words of a man few people know, but a man who was key to Donald Trump's win in Pennsylvania. The controversial conservative activist Scott Pressler, who's involved in the group Gays for Trump, a vocal election denier, goes by the Twitter handle The Persistence.
A vocal election denier.
He helped deliver that all-important must-win state for Trump, in large part by focusing on, as he says...
I'm going to go ahead and say, Donald Trump has Scott Pressler to thank for winning this election. Scott Pressler gave Pennsylvania to Trump. Without him, Trump would not have won Pennsylvania. Straight up.
The Amish, frat guys, and hunters, among other groups. And Pressler, as our Ellie Reeve reports, is just getting started.
Everybody just big smile and look cute. Okay.
Now, this is a hit piece against Scott.
Scott Pressler is the kind of political figure only possible in the Trump era, going from social media influencer to actual proximity to power.
Scott!
Pressler is taking credit for turning Pennsylvania red. He created a PAC, Early Vote Action, to register voters and targeted the Amish, frat guys, hunters, and other groups. His PAC got a $1 million donation from Elon Musk.
So walk us through how you do it.
When I tell the Amish that they can vote a private, secret ballot that is mailed to their house and they don't have to have their buggy seen going to a polling location, they love the mail-in ballot.
But a lot of people sort of come up as social media influencers and then they fizzle out. And you actually, took the opportunity and started doing something quantifiable.
It's amazing that they tried to run a hit piece on him and they actually made him look really good. Like, it made me appreciate him even more.
He was at the Capitol on January 6th and at Trump's return to the scene of his near assassination in Butler.
President Trump took a bullet for us.
Last week, Pressler was in Bucks County, Pennsylvania,
He's
because
so
of a
flamboyant.
controversy over what ballots would be counted in the Senate recount. A frustrated county commissioner had said some misdated and unsigned ballots would be counted despite the rules.
If I violate this law, it's because I want a court to pay attention to it.
This went very viral, in part because of Pressler. She apologized at the next meeting.
The passion in my heart got the best of me, and I apologize again for that. I made a mistake.
And then she yells.
But by then, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court had ruled those ballots wouldn't be counted. Pressler and his fans had won. Yet they turned out anyway, and the room had a kind of intense vibe.
Do you think the 2020 election was stolen?
It definitely was stolen.
Okay, so can you explain something to me? Why, if they can steal an election, why would they steal it once but not
Because you got busted.
this year?
Because people were on to them. The divisions in the Democrats made it very hard for them to try and steal it again.
Thank you to every single patriot that showed up today.
I think what you heard today is the frustration of people that have been told they are election deniers, and here we have a sitting commissioner that's an election denier, and we have a currently sitting Senator Bob Casey that is also an election denier, and it's almost karmic. And yes, that's why in part we were here to take a victory lap. We won, and we did it fair and square.
If we take that commissioner's words in the worst possible light, let's say she truly meant the rules don't apply and she could
She literally said it verbatim.
count ballots that shouldn't be counted. She still failed to steal the election, right? Like, you guys still won Pennsylvania
I hate
and
people
Bucks
like
County.
this.
So help me
She's trying to set 'em
reconcile
up.
that with your past, with the Stop the Steal movement in 2020. Like, why could it have been stolen once but not a second time?
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. If we let them get away with doing this now, they'll do it in 2026, they'll do it in 2028. This was us peacefully putting our feet down and saying, no, enough is enough, and we're not going to allow you to do illegal and unlawful actions. And we're gonna hold you accountable.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Cheese. Trump.
I noticed that when you urge people to action,
Yes.
you often include the word
Peacefully.
Is that to avoid another Jan 6
This is
type
perfect,
incident?
how he
With all
answers
due
this.
respect, it's to avoid people like you guys saying that I'm anything but. My motto is to just be super cute, have my data and facts, treat everyone with love and respect, and as you can see, an army of people will follow.
And it was a small army, which included followers
That's that South Korean pastor that's like always making videos with guns and shit. I thought it was hilarious that he was helping.
of a Korean church led by rapper King Bullethead.
So when you were up there speaking, it almost seemed like you were taking a bit of a victory lap for turning Pennsylvania and this county red.
Absolutely. A lot of people questioned our voter registration. They said, Scott, flipping Bucks County to a plurality of registered Republicans, that's not going to translate into results. And yes,
it
a
did.
little bit of the victory lap was here to say that for the first time since 1988, we flipped this county and it voted for President Trump. It's kind of, saying to people, no, we're the real deal.
Pressler.
Yep, that's enough. The rest of it, they're just trying to trap him. But like I said, President Trump owes Scott Pressler for winning Pennsylvania. He would not have won Pennsylvania without Scott Pressler. I would bet everything I own on that. But anyways, I think that's about it. This is funny. I can't think of anything else to talk about. The rest of the show would just be me doom scrolling. And it looks like it's kind of too late to really do much else. But if you're in here, I wouldn't mind if you gave me a good like or subscribed. If not, thank you for being here. And I would like to point out, if you haven't watched this, I go through some information about Matt Gaetz if you haven't watched this yet. It's a video that didn't do well at all, but I think it's kind of important. The true story of Matt Gaetz, some of the slimy details behind his extortion. That's basically he basically got set up. That's the gist of it. So in this video, I read the bizarre story surrounding the Matt Gaetz allegations and peek through the curtain of the swampy reality of the deep state and the blackmail and extortion practices of the State Department and intelligence agencies. So I would also go back and watch Representative Gaetz on Tucker Carlson, which adds context to the story. So I would definitely, if you want to go watch that and understand a little bit of the craziness behind the Matt Gaetz situation, I would go watch that video. If not, you can go to Village Crazy Lady on Twitter and read it there. But anyways, that's all I got. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the conversation. I don't really have much else to say. I'm probably going to go stream video games on Rumble. That's where I like to stream games. I'm going to go play some COD. But if I don't do that, if I get really bored because I'll be up all night, I might stream later tonight. If I can find some other stuff to talk about. I wasn't very prepared. I woke up and was like, I got to go stream. So, I did it. Thank you for being here. I will be back tomorrow. I want to try to do 2 streams tomorrow. We will see. Maybe at like 1:30ish before I go get a new tire on my car. And then tomorrow night, same time as usual. Thank you, RU, for being here. I hope you have a good night, dude. I got nothing else to add. So, thank you.